Welcome to practice. Come to the front of your mat, mountain pose. Feet grounded, heart open, crown exalted. Feel into your breath. Release hands down, stretch arms up, big reach. Relax the arms down with your exhale. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, release. Once more. Give your shoulders a good roll and release your head and neck. Micro movements to help you feel more comfortable, steady, and easy in your body. Rolling wrists. Big reach up. Find a sense of inner alignment. Exhale, release the hands of the heart. Bend your knees, hinge from your hips, pour forward, standing forward fold. Knees can always be bent on these forward folds. Step your right foot back to lunge. Ground through your base, extend through your spine, open through the heart and mind. Change sides. Connecting to breath. New energy in, old energy out. Come to your hands and your knees and come to knee plank position, belly strong. Exhale, lower your heart to the floor. Stretch out long, arms reach overhead, toes point long. This is Bhumi Pranam. Feel a sense of connection to the earth. Extend the tip of the tailbone down, low belly draws in and up, chin to chest. These are your bandhas, Mula, Uddiyana, Jalandhara. Bring the elbows into Sphinx and sway side to side, softening side waists. Turn your palms up, roll your fingers in, make a fist, release the back of your wrist. Elbow knee plank, pushing down to forearms and knees. Hollow the low belly so you feel a sense of lengthening through your lumbar spine. Exhale, bring your heart back to the ground. Reach your hands behind you, float the palms, curl your shoulders up and back. Keep the belly strong. This action is essential for our cobras and upward facing dogs. Place your hands with belly strong, shoulders back, press straight up. Puppy pose. Extend the arms forward, stretch long through your thoracic spine behind your heart, opening the heart center and extending through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog. Come to tiger dog or cheetah pose. Bend your knees, let your hips lift high to the sky. Let your low back sink like a cheetah, soft and supple through the spine. And then extend back to downward facing dog. Hips press back, but your heart reaches forward. Wiggle your hips, massage your legs with subtle movement. Full dog. And then walk or hop your feet to your hands. Press down through feet and legs. Inhale, rise tall, arms reach up overhead. Hands will return back together in front of the heart, mountain pose. Reach tall, waterfall down. Downward facing dog. Extending the spine, not just back, but forward too. Plank pose. You can always do this on your knees. Keep the low belly strong, your shoulders back as you slow, lower to hover in chaturanga, that low plank. And then slide your heart forward into cobra. Let the chin drop to the chest initially so you can find those lower bandhas. Tip of tailbone down, inner low belly drawing in and up. Shoulders curl back, heart opens. Come back to the knees and slide back to downward facing dog. So you kind of feel a pull. Slide forward to plank. Exhale, slow lower, chaturanga. Sweep forward and up, cobra. We're exploring ways to press up from the ground with challenging and easier variations. Hinging hips up and back is a moderate way to pull back to down dog. Coming forward to plank, exhale, slow lower, chaturanga. This one's going to be a little more challenging. Sliding forward to cobra. This time, lower your heart to the floor and with a straight body, push up onto the knees. And then hinge back, down dog. And then our last one, the most challenging here, plank, chaturanga, cobra. And then bring your heart and head all the way to the floor and try to do a chaturanga push-up straight up and back to down dog. Good job. Throughout the practice, choose the one that works best for you. So you can kind of make it a slide back or a lift back. Come to standing forward fold now, and then Tadasana. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands return together in front of the heart. Deep breath. Feel into your body. Let this be a standing meditation. Release hands down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, waterfall down. Knees bend, hinging from the hips. Knees can be bent or straight. Inhale, come to a half lift. Extend the spine forward and long. Exhale, refold. As you fold, try to keep the spine long. Try not to round at the lower back. Find your breath. Walk or hop back to plank pose. Exhale, slow lower chaturanga. Bring your heart to the floor. Come up Shalabhasana so the legs stay grounded. Reach down through the tailbone. Lift up through the shoulders. Curl your heart open as you keep your low back long. Place your hands and try to move into cobra. Release the heart, head back to the floor. Push up, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back behind you. Turn your hips open, bend the knee, open your heart. Deep breath. Step your right foot forward to high lunge, and then we're spiraling right away to warrior 2. Check your alignment, feet, knees, hips, heart, head, all in the same plane, making sure not to push forward through your hips. Side angle pose, right elbow to right thigh, left arm alongside your ear, full breath. And then just take some time to move that top arm in the way that feels best for you. Release the hand to the floor. I call this mountain brook pose. Hands to the ground. Your legs are still Parshvakonasana. Step back, down dog. Moving through our Vinyasa in your options. Plank, lower down, chaturanga, cobra. You're moving to down dog in the way that you choose. Remember that you can make this easier or harder. Bend left knee, reach it high to the sky. Flip open through the hips. Step your left foot forward. Spiral to warrior 2. Side angle pose as you're ready. Left elbow to left thigh, right arm alongside your ear. Breathe, open. Move the top arm in the way that feels best for you. Release your right arm to the ground, mountain brook pose. So your legs are in Parshvakonasana, but your body stretches like it would for down dog, opening through your hips and spine. Step back, down dog. Take your choice. You can stay in down dog, you can child's pose, or you can move through your Vinyasa, plank, chaturanga, cobra up dog, down dog. Choosing the transitions that feel good for you, using your knees as you like, doing the extra challenging push-up version as you like. Full deep breath, and then as you're ready, walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, stand tall, arms reach high to the sky, Tadasana. Exhale, let the hands return together in front of your heart. You can always roll your shoulders, move your head, your neck as you like here. Feel into your body. Allow yourself to make slight little adjustments so that you feel a greater sense of balance and ease. Bringing hands to your hips now, balance your pelvis and move to Utkatasana. Try not to let your pelvis tilt forward or back as you bend your knees and hips. Reach the arms up overhead. Still a fairly small movement for the knees, stable through your pelvis. Reach tall, exhale, swan dive forward. Stretch the spine long as you hinge at the hips for your forward fold, moving from the hips rather than from your lumbar spine. So you have the option to jump all the way to chaturanga or just back to plank and slow lower, moving through your cobra up dog, down dog, connect to breath. Sweep the right leg up and back behind you. Try to keep your hips square for this one. Right foot steps forward to lunge. Again, bring your hands to your hips and pelvis and make sure that the pelvis is neutral from right to left, but also that it's not tipping forward at the top. Stretch the arms tall. This will give you a great psoas stretch in your left leg, left groin. Stay connected to your breath. Curl back as it feels good for you. And we're coming into twisted lunge. Left hand to the ground, right arm circles up to the sky. You can step that left foot back if that makes things feel a little more comfortable and open. Returning to downward facing dog, take your choice. Down dog, child's pose, or the vinyasa. Connect to breath. Remember your intentions for practice. Inhale, left leg sweeps up, and then forward to lunge as you're ready. Bend your back knees. This is this double stag lunge that just lets us help align the pelvis and helps stretch the back leg so as without straining the SI joints. So we're looking to create stability in the back of the pelvis and low back. Curl back as it might feel good for you. And you can begin to stretch that back leg straight. Just make sure that your hips don't rotate. Release into a twist, right hand to the floor, left arm circles up to the sky. Open through the heart. Returning to downward facing dog. Option time, down dog, child's vinyasa. Just taking a little bit of time in this downward facing dog. Making space for small micro adjustments. Walk or hop, feet to hands, standing forward fold. Spine is long. Return to Utkatasana, knees bend, upper body lifts. Try to find a sense of neutrality through the pelvis. Stand tall, release the hands back together in front of your heart. We're taking a wide-legged stance. Just let it be comfortable. Feet wide, turn your toes slightly out. Inhale, reach up, and then waterfall down. Knees bend, tilt from the pelvis. Inhale, up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, up. The next time that you come down, we'll hold it down, parallel your feet. Let your hips rock side to side. One knee bends, the other leg extends straight. Feel free to sink into a deeper side lunge squat as you like, releasing through the inner thighs. Finding your way back to neutral. Reach both hands to the right, towards the right foot, and twist gently through your waist. Release to the other side. Come back to the middle. Inhale, stand tall, arms reach up overhead. Triangle pose. Rotate your left foot out, right foot turns in slightly, hinge at your hips. Good deep breath here, finding balance on the two sides of the body. Stretch the top arm alongside your ear for a more intense side body stretch. Inhale up through the middle and to the other side. Right toes turn out, left toes turn in. Good, full deep breath. Top arm extends alongside the ear. Inhale, standing tall. Walk or hop your feet back together. Working on some balance here. Standing on your left leg, bend your right knee. This is stork pose, and the form of the pose is fairly simple. Try to find balance in your pelvis. If you'd like to, with your right hand, reach down for the right foot. Still try to keep the low back from tipping. Keep the low back long for form 1. And then in form 2, we'll hinge at the hips and start to move into a standing back bend. And again, you want to make sure that you're not crunching through your lower back. So you use the bond as tailbone down, belly up. Inhale, come standing tall. Big stretch. Side 2. Stork pose. Standing quad stretch. And then moving to Naturajasana, the Lord of the Dancer pose. Stay connected to breath. Standing tall, arms reach up overhead, big stretch, really elongating through your whole body. Hands to heart center, and then to Utkatasana, we're gonna rotate. Bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Try to keep your hips square, the spine long, the twist through the waist, heart open. Inhale, stand tall, and take side 2. Make sure that you're breathing and you're moving in a way that allows you to breathe fully and deeply. Standing tall, arms reach up overhead. Standing back bend. For part 1, bring your hands to the back of your pelvis. Move your hips back so that they're lining up over your ankles, not over your toes. And then anchor the tailbone down, lift the low belly in and up, lift through your heart, curl back. No need to strain here, just a gentle opening. Clasp your hands behind your back, curl your shoulders back, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, pour the heart forward, head releases down. Try to keep the shoulders back as you lengthen through your spine and neck. Knees can remain bent or straight. Step your left foot back to lunge. Pause and hold here. Come into a twist, left hand down, right arm to circles to the sky. Bring the back knee down to the floor to move deeper into the twist. If you prefer the other version, it's fine to stay there. Bend your back knee with your right hand, reach back for the left foot. Keep the right shoulder curling back. Stay up or come down to the left elbow. So you can move as deeply as it feels good for you into the forward fold and the twist. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana. Prayer twist, left elbow wraps outside the right knee, palms press, spine long, twist through the waist. Keep the back knee down to be more grounded, or you can float the back knee up off the floor. And if you like other arm variations, you can take them here. Revolve triangle, left hand to the floor, right hand to sacrum, just balance your pelvis. Legs stretch straight, spine long, twist through the waist, top arm stretches up. Release. We'll change sides here. Coming to lunge. Back knee to the floor. Oh, I apologize. Twist through the waist. Here it is. Back knee to the floor. Bend your back knee, reach back with your hand for the foot. And again, you can stay upright, or you can bring the bottom elbow down to the ground. Stay connected to your breath. Coming into prayer twist. That back knee can stay down, or you can lift it up. And then revolve triangle. Both legs stretch towards straight. The back foot walks in a little bit. Opposite hand reaching outside the opposite leg. Twist through your waist. Big stretch here for your lower back. Stay connected to your breath. Come forward, standing Uttanasana. Inhale, Tadasana, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're coming to Malasana. Take your feet wider apart and begin to squat down. Take good care of your knees, hips, low back. Try to keep the heels on the ground. And you can stay here, or you can come to Bakasana, crow pose. Placing hands, knees come up onto the upper arms. Squeeze your knees in towards the midline as you test out floating the feet. And then maybe jump all the way to Chaturanga, or just step slowly back. Find your way through your Vinyasa. We'll meet together in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps up, flip open for wild thing. Top leg reaches behind you. Open your heart, stretch through your arms, reach through your crown. This big front body opening. Return to downward facing dog and take the other side. Left leg sweeping up, knee bends. Flip your dog, coming into wild thing, balancing on your bottom hand. Top arm reaching up and then out. Big heart opening here. Downward facing dog. Take your choice. Down dog, child's pose, or Vinyasa. We'll meet in child's pose. Take a couple good deep breaths into your lower back. And then just reach your hands to one side to get a nice side body stretch, and then the other. Coming into stargazer pose. Right knee down, right hand down. Open your heart. Lift the top leg, bend the knee, and maybe reach back with hand for foot. So you've got this kneeling bow pose. prep pose for Ardha Chandrasana, Chapasana. Same thing, other side, stargazer pose to start. Keep the belly back to stabilize your pelvis. That'll make balancing easier and protects your lower back. Move through your Vinyasa. Makarasana is bow pose without the clasp, so it's a little more gentle. And then you can take Dhanurasana, both hands reach back for feet and ankles. Curl up. Come to puppy to bring your pelvis back to neutral before we fold it in the opposite direction. So nice long spine here. We're coming to dolphin. Interlace your fingers, elbows shoulder distance apart. Lift your knees, lift your hips. So we'll go to a couple more challenging inversions, but if you don't go upside down, just repeat dolphin 2 more times. So for Pinchamayurasana, the elbows are shoulder distance apart, but then your palms are wide. If you don't do this normally in the middle of the room, go find a wall or a couch, and then you'll place your forearms down and crawl your feet up on the edge of the couch or to the wall. And if you're comfortable kicking up in the middle of the room, or if there's another inversion that you're proficient with, take a little time for these inversions. Stay connected to your breath. Keep your shoulders back on your back and your core strong to help keep you stable in this inverted position. We're going to take a little more time here. So if you have a leg that's easy to kick up with and you're comfortable to try the other side, give the other side a try. You'll see it's not easy even for your teachers. Also, just find to take a moment to breathe here. Maybe you don't feel like going upside down, but you have another favorite pose. You could practice it here. So come now to child's pose, puppy pose, or Vajrasana. Vajrasana is that simple kneeling pose where your hips are on your heels. Reach your arms up overhead if you're in Vajrasana. Connect back to breath. Find your way to downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg up and back. Step forward to lunge, spiral up to warrior 2, and reverse it back, warrior goddess. Side angle pose. And then we're moving to half moon. So you'll balance on your left foot and your left hand. Stabilize your pelvis. And then if you want to advance on, bend your top leg, bend the knee, and with your top hand, reach back for your foot. Keeping the bandhas, tailbone down, low belly in and up will help you stay stable in that transition. Ground down through the legs, stretch long through the spine, open through the heart. Slow release, come all the way back up, standing tall. And we'll take the second side. Sweep your right leg up, step forward to high lunge, spiral to warrior 2, reverse it back, big deep breath there. Side angle pose. Half moon pose, balancing on your left foot, left hand, top arm reaches up. You can stay there or progress. Bend the top knee, stabilize your pelvis so that you're grounded and balanced. And then allow yourself to begin to open up. Stay connected to the breath. Slow release, coming back to standing. And return to downward facing dog. Plank, chaturanga. Stretch your body long on the ground again. Bhumi, pranam. So bhumi is the earth, a pranam is an offering. Feel a sense of connection and length. Cross your arms, turn your head to one side for a passive side neck stretch. Breathe deep into your back body, and then take your head to the other side for several breaths. Place your hands by the sides of your body, press back to child's pose. And then just walk both hands to one side for a side body stretch, and then as you're ready, to the other side. Come back to the center and transition to come lay down on your back. Give your knees a good hug into your chest. Tuck your head up round your spine. Let your legs come into constructive rest position, feet wide, knees knock knee together. Let the legs, the hips, the pelvis rest. Give yourself a giant hug. Cross the elbows tight, hug your shoulders. Do the other side. Release the arms out to the sides. Bring your knees up into your chest. Cactus pose. Knees come to one side, and then up through the center and to the other side. I've taken an extended variation on that where the top leg stretches straight and the bottom knee bends under. Stay connected to breath. So we're going to come back onto the back and prepare for back bending at the level that's right for you. So you can come to bridge pose. If you'd like to interlace your fingers under your hips, you can tuck one shoulder under and then the other. If you're a fan and comfortable in full back bend, place your hands by your shoulders, bridge up. And if you're able to come to Vipriti Dandasana, you can bring the head to the floor. Your fingers interlace behind your skull. This is a giant chest heart opener. Take good care of your body here. Maybe pressing down through one leg, extending the other leg up. Remember what yoga is for you. Make sure that we don't let ego drive the practice. Take good care of yourself. As you're ready, release down. Cross the arms, big hug. Broaden the space between your shoulder blades on these hugs and lengthen your spine long. Extend the right leg down and bring your left knee into your chest. Let there be a strong emphasis on keeping the leg grounded. Same thing for the other side. Stretch the arms overhead. You're going for full length for your spine here. And then keep right leg grounded. Bring the left knee into the chest. Stretch the left leg up. Release your ankle. Circle the ankle, wiggle the toes. Cross left ankle over right knee. If you'd like to, hug the right knee into your chest for a deeper hip stretch. Stay connected to breath. And we're going to cross the left knee over the right to come to Garudasana leg twist. Arms can stretch out. With the legs to the left, with the legs to your right, look over your left shoulder. Release. Same thing, second side. Left leg grounding down, right knee to the chest. Feel the way that if we pull too hard on the right leg, the left leg lifts. Keep the left leg grounding with the right leg rising. Right ankle over left knee. Knees can hug into the chest. Stay connected to your breath. As you're ready, crossing right knee over left. And drop the knees to your left as you look over your right shoulder. Good full deep breaths. Release. Hug both knees into your chest. Lift your head and shoulders up. Extend the spine long. We're moving into Shavasana now. Fully extend straight down from your belly, through your hips, through your knees, through your feet, through the legs, to lengthen your legs down. And then let the feet drop open. Bring your hands and check your hip points. So there's little bones that pop forward in the front of the pelvis. Make sure they're fairly balanced, and you can adjust to bring them into greater balance if they're not. Check your ribs. Stretch your arms out. Let your head rest back. We'll rest here together for a few more moments. Stay connected to the sense of feeling in your body for a moment more. Take this time to make the small micro movements that will allow you to rest more deeply. Feel the weight of your body and let it sink into the floor. Feel your capacity for letting go. Letting go of all the energy you've used up. Taking this time to get more clear inside. A sense of emptying out, so that as you're ready, you can choose to refill with the energy that will most support you moving forward. So taking this time to retreat, to rest, to rejuvenate. Let your head rest back. Your eyes sink in their sockets. Let your face soften. Another several breaths here. As you're ready, just bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Feel a sense of the light, the energy, the spirit within you, and let that begin to shine a little brighter. Just take a moment to move your body in any way that might feel good for you. Stretch big and full. And then as you're ready, turn over into one side or the other and just pause there for a moment. Use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to sitting in the way that's most comfortable for you. Feel free to top off your practice here. Head, neck, shoulder movement, big reach, stretch, whatever feels good. And then as you feel ready to end your practice, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Perhaps set an intention for your day. I'm grateful to be with you in this way, and I truly wish you the best for this day. Namaste.